Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're going to be doing an Arsenal tier ranking video for players next season. So you see here we have our 6 categories: untouchable, keep, undecided, loan, academy, which means they're in the under 21s or under 23s and like you don't know too much of them yet. So I don't feel like that would be fair for us to judge them like that. And then bin, just get rid of. So we're gonna get these academy guys out of the way first. So starting off with Charlie Patino, I would keep Charlie Patino for this year. We have some holes in midfield. We could definitely use him off the bench if we will use him. I don't think that would be likely, so I would probably loan him out again. But definitely, if we're loaning him out, loan him out to one of the top 5 leagues or give him some more experience, like maybe in the Dutch league, like Xavi Simons has. Um, so that's our first one. Next up, we have Omar Rekik. I don't know too much about him, so I'm just going to keep him in academy. Um, and then after that, we have Zayn Manlewis. Same thing. Don't know too much about him either. So yeah. Rule Walters. I like this kid. Pretty decent wing back, you know. So for a lot of these guys, right, FIFA will give them different ratings. Like I know Idaho here, he has like a 51, right? But it wouldn't be justice for him just to go off of FIFA rating. So I'm just gonna dump some of these guys in here already, just cause. And then you have Ethan Nawari, of course. He can't go anywhere else, so just keep him. Um, but these two guys here. So you have Matthew Smith. So I think it's time to just move on from him. He's been on multiple loan spells. He's now going to be 24. So think of that. He's like at the same age, if not older than the likes of Saka and like Smith Rowe and like those guys. So I just think the ship has sailed for him. Just move on. I would bin him. And then Miguel Aziz. I think this is my last chance I'm going to be giving for Miguel Aziz. I don't really think he'll make some sort of breakthrough to the first team, but I would let him go out on loan for 1 year, see what he can do. If he improves, we'll keep him. If not, we're gonna pin him. So now we're gonna move on to the first team here. So this is what you guys all have been waiting for. So starting off with Ainsley Maitland-Niles, the forgotten man. So he was one of the main reasons why we won that FA Cup final in 2020, and I really love him. So right now I'm going off of like not Mikel Arteta because I've been wanting Arteta out. I've always been Arteta out. Even now I'm still Arteta out. So I'm just going off of just keeping it like as a untouchable keep, just like off the talent level and just fit and everything. And honestly, I would be undecided on Ainsley. He's 25 or 26 at this point. Maybe the ship has sailed for him. Um, but you could definitely use the depth, the position versatility. He can play in midfield. He can play as a wing back. He's a physical, strong guy, fast, can whip a ball in. So I'm undecided right now. You have to just talk to him, see where he's at with his contract situation and everything. But I would just wait and see if he does stay. Don't give him any new deal. Just run it out for this following year and then see where things go from there. Because you wouldn't be getting that much value from him. Not how much like West Ham and like um, Burnley and like all of them were offering before. So Florian Balogun. Now this might be controversial, but I'm keeping it as untouchable. Now I've always loved Florian, even when he was younger. I was a big fan of him. And then afterward in the media, I just got hyped about him, but he didn't have a spot to break through on our team because you were paying Aubameyang and Lacazette all that money. So he went on loan, proved himself, and I think I'm gonna give him a chance to shine this year. Let him see how he's gonna be in our system, and yeah, he's untouchable for me. Ben White, right back this season, very very good, very solid. I'm gonna keep him as a keep. There were some shady instances, but untouchable tier is like really really good. So um, he's a lot better right back. Never play him at center back. But I would keep him for sure. So we have a right back right there. Gabriel Magalhaes. If I'm being completely honest, he's at the very top of undecided for me. You saw when Saliba went out how weak that center back group was. Now, Gabriel, he's very inconsistent. One match, he'll put on a world class performance. The next match, he'll be very up and down like David Luiz. So that's one of the reasons why he couldn't break into the Brazilian squad, is because of this inconsistency. So he's undecided right now. I would keep him for another year if we cannot find another center back out there, but I'm sure there are better options. Um, so yeah, he's at the very top of undecided. Cedric Suarez, is that a question? Ben, why is he still here? Why did we put him out on loan? Sell him, get rid. I don't know why we put these players out on loan. All these other clubs are able to sell their players for profits even. And we're out here loaning, paying off their wages, and handing out more bad contracts. It makes no sense to me. Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe is a very tough one, injury prone this past season. But when he's there, he's decent. But I don't see him having a spot in the first team. So he has a number 10. I know he has lots of expectations with that. But it depends on what he wants for his career. Because I love him being the number one backup, being a substitute who comes off the bench every game, like in the rotation. I would love that for him. He can start maybe a game here, or so, like a couple games every month, maybe every couple of months. But he'll be playing in, week out, just off the bench. I would keep him for sure. But if he doesn't want to, you would probably have to loan him out, and then sell him because of his injury situation. So I would say keep for now, but I'll keep him at the bottom of keep. You just have to see how the player wants to play that out. Fabio Vieira, for me, I don't like him. Did not like him. There was no point in us going out to go get him. I understand Smith Rowe is injury prone, but we had other places we could have addressed other than Fabio Vieira, who you saw in the Europa League. If you can't play like that if you can't play well against Sporting Lisbon, can't play well against Manchester City, like, I'm sorry. He would be good on a team like Nottingham Forest maybe, but not Arsenal. Jesus, now in my opinion, I would say undecided because I don't like Jesus that much. He's not like a goal scorer, but I would keep him here. I would maybe bump him up above Smith Rowe, but keep Jesus, I guess. But we have to be looking for a striker replacement soon if Balogun does not fit what we need. So I would split between these two guys. Um, and yeah, Rob Holding, Ben, right away, no questions asked. How is he still at this football club? I don't know. Kieran Tierney, keep. I move him underneath Ben White. Keep Kieran Tierney. He should be our starting left back. Even when he had some poor performances this year, that's just because he was lacking the game time, and I know you need game time to be able to develop some consistency. So I would keep him number one left back. I love him. Here we have Marquinhos. Marquinhos is going to be really, really good for us. I'm going to keep Marquinhos. You know, um, he went to loan to Norwich and everything, but when you watched him play in like the Europa League and everything, this kid is really talented. And right now we're linked to so many like people and wingers, especially like Serge Gnabry or Kingsley Coman, or just random wingers, right? Like it makes no sense to me when you have Saka and Martinelli. Like, why you need another winger like that? So Marquinhos is good. In case one of them goes down, I know he can step up. So I would keep him. Martinelli, untouchable, no questions asked. Matt Turner, I'm gonna keep Matt Turner. He was really good. I liked him as a backup. He's a really solid backup, and I would keep him. El Neni. He gives his effort out there, but is it time to move on? Yes. Would I move on from him this year? If the right offer came, then yes. But I don't know how many years he has left on his contract, but we can check that out right now. Mohamed El Neni contract. Okay, so this is a 1 year thing. So if it's a 1 year extension, then I would let him run it out. Um, I don't know what I would do in that case, but honestly, I would bin him. I would bin him. Put him at the top of bin. But yeah, it's a tough one with Elneny just because of our lack of depth in midfield right now. That's why I'm hesitant. But on talent, no. Pepe, definitely keep. I love my boy Pepe. He Arteta didn't give him a chance. When Emery didn't really give him a chance like that. So Pepe is just he's a superstar. When you watch him play, he gets good form and then he's going crazy. So I would keep Pepe. But I mean it depends because I know he has a son now. Um, he was killing it in France. So if he wants to go, he can go. But I'm keeping Pepe. That might be controversial. People might say Ben or maybe even undecided, but I would keep him. You can definitely use him as squad depth and like rotating. Nketiah Ben should have never gotten a new deal, 100 grand a week. I don't know why he's still at this football club, but he's just taking your money out the checkbook. Odegaard, untouchable. You know, pretty straightforward. Same with Thomas Partey, also untouchable. Ramsdale, untouchable. These are just some of our guys. I also do Bukayo Saka, you know. So these are our kind of 5 plus 1, I guess. 6 untouchable guys on the team. With Saliba. Um, they're all pretty much stand for themselves, except for maybe Balogun. Not so much, but maybe I'll get Balogun there. But these guys are all starters. They deserve the highest wages. They're the best players on the club. Build the team around them. So now you have these guys. Nuno Tavares, or also known as Nuno Tavares, I would bin. Left back, not really looking so good when he played. Jakub, I kind of undecided. I would loan him out. He's a young kid. He seemed pretty decent when he played, so maybe bump him up here. We'll see. We'll see how he looks. Trossard keep. Looked pretty good. Should I bump him down? I'll bump Pepe down just to make it fair. Jorginho, bin. Why did we sign him? Another Chelsea reject who's old. Zinchenko, bin. I don't like him that much. Xhaka, he should have gone out of here when he threw that captain's armband on the pitch. Tomiyasu, it's undecided because he's good when he plays, but he's just very injury inconsistent. And then Reece Nelson, it's a tough one. His contract's running out. I would just get rid. There's no reason, but I know we did pay him all that money, but still, I would bin Reece Nelson. Albert Sambi Lokonga, I would loan him again, give him another opportunity. So here you have it. This is our tier list of our squad. You see, these are just some of the guys I had here. So let me know what you guys think about this. I think what I'll do now is I'll make like a roster. Let's see. Where we have 1 and then we have 2. That. It's kind of how Arsenal play right here. So yeah. So we have Ramsdale, Ben White. So these are like confirmed starters. Like I would have them starting next year. Saliba, obviously. I would leave this blank. Leave this blank for right now. Probably put that as Tierney in a bit, but Partey. We need another one. Odegaard. Saka on the right, Martinelli on the left, and Balogun. Although people would say Jesus, but Jesus is very overrated. Balogun and Jesus, I would say. Right? I'll make these numbers kind of match up with some of these guys. So, as I was saying, so these guys, What number is Odegaard? 11. No, not 11. Odegaard is 8. Partey is 5. Sorry. Just trying to do this at the same time. Saka is 7. Spazza is 9. Okay. So we have these guys here, all within the team. Out of these guys, I have 1, 2, and then it's kind of like a drop off. I'll put 3 here. But these are like the only confirmed guys, right? Substitute Matt Turner. You know, he's a goalkeeper. Who else? So we have that confirmed. Belgian Jesus, Saka. So another confirmed substitute, which is really good, we can say is Trossard. We can put him as left wing. So we can say Trossard is a sub. We can start Tierney. Why not? We'll start Tierney. So we'll need a sub for Tierney, but start Tierney. Need a sub for him. Gabriel Magalhaes. Am I willing to run it back with him? No, not really. I want a new center back in. Not many. I don't like the mistakes there. So depending on what Pepe does, because you have to remember we're in the Champions League, right? We have more games. I'd have Pepe. Alright, and clear out some technical difficulties there. So now we kind of have our goalkeeper position is set. I wouldn't touch that. I would say our winger position right now is set. Trossard is an excellent guy who can play across the front. You have Saka there. Odegaard. Odegaard's sub is going to be, we'll say, Smith Rowe. Boom. And now we have a group of guys here who I really like. I like this bunch right here. See if I forgot anyone. You know, you have Charlie Patino here. We have Marquinhos over here. So we have the likes of Charlie Patino. If you want, you can start him here because you have this big gap here now. Which was Xhaka departing. Which people are saying Declan Rice, but I would much rather go out for someone like a Tyler Adams from the relegated Leeds, who will be, a lot cheaper and perhaps even better. I really like when I watch him play, not just because he's American, but just his poise, his defending ability, the way he plays so deep. I feel like that could really help us. So I would definitely look for Tyler Adams for this role here. Declan Rice is another that's more popular one. And because it's deep, I wouldn't say Orar from Lyon, the one who people wanted over Partey back then. But, you know, there's a big gap that needs to be filled because these guys are just not good enough. We saw that this year. They're not the quality we need. Zinchenko, maybe if you say, okay, we bought Zinchenko, maybe you have him as a sub, alright? But center back, you need new center backs. You just need new center backs because you're gonna have undecided on the Jakub Kukur guy, but even then he would be, just put him like that. Even then he would be a backup. He's just not starting quality. So you need to go get a fresh center back. You need a backup center back for Saliba. You need a backup right back, which you do have in Ainsley Maitland-Niles or Tomiyasu. So the more realistic, so I want to go realistic here. More realistic option is Tomiyasu and Maitland-Niles leaving. So I will put Tomiyasu over there. So we have Tomiyasu at right back. But the hole in midfield, there's no depth here at all. And when Partey goes down, you see the gap that's opened up there. So Perhaps that would mean Charlie Patino over here as a backup. I don't know how deep line he plays or how he plays specifically, but maybe Patino's the backup there. But that still has the starter position to be filled with a world class, or like at the very least a top tier, like a Tyler Adams or Declan Rice, like that type of tier player. You need a backup for Partey. You need, so I like to have 4 center backs in total, 4 center backs, 4 wing backs, and we need to get a total of 2 more center backs. So if it's the left-footed, right-footed, I don't really care, but we have to go out and get that. So now we can see here our positions of needs: center back and defensive midfielder. So those are 2 things to really look out for over there. And you can also like do different things. So like Martinelli, if you need Martinelli to play up here, you need Smith Rowe to play out here or something like that. But in terms of this is kind of how I see us next year. 2023 Arsenal. It's the way that we play. It's very realistic. So I'll come out with another video. I know this one kind of went a little too long because I put 2 videos in one. But yeah, I'll come out with another video with reasonable transfer targets for Arsenal in the midfield and center back roles. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the video down in the comments. And thank you for watching.